Hello everyone, Luke Smith here. Let's do another quickie reading today. It's Saturday, so this is going to be a lengthy one. Son-Chu, the name of Chris's car, I think his recent one before he got arrested. So let's learn about it and the other vehicles that him and his mother possessed. Basically it's saying your tax dollars at work. Yes, your money bought him these cars. Son-Chu was the name Chris gave to his car. Chris has driven several cars over the years, all bearing vanity plates reading Son-Chu. Son-Chu's first incarnation was a 1994 Ford Escort station wagon that Chris drove until 2013, when he replaced it with a white Cadillac Chevelle until it died from a cracked engine block. From September 2014 to November 2018, Chris drove a 2010 Ford Focus sedan until its engine died. What's with Chris and driving them until their engines clap out? He knows how to kill a car, doesn't he? The Chandlers subsequently shared one vehicle, Barb's Dodge Grand Caravan. Although Chris transferred the Son-Chu's plates onto it, which I'm pretty sure it's illegal unless you register it, thus making it the fourth and final incarnation of Son-Chu, until his arrest for incest and a thief stealing the unattended vehicle's plates, which that was a low thing to do, to be fair. Stealing a plate of an arrested guy's car. At which point the plates has been replaced and the van is now Barb's alone. The van was severely damaged in November 2021 following a T-bone collision which left Barb with broken ribs and a concussion. It is not known when Chris obtained his driver's license. In a week with Kristen Chandler, made near the end of Chris's senior year of high school, Chris documents himself riding home from school on the short bus, suggesting that he has not learnt to drive at this point. At the latest, Chris would have needed to obtain a license by fall of 2000 in order to drive to Piedmont, Virginia Community College. While Chris, to put it mildly, suffers from multiple disconcerting issues which are listed in this very wiki, the Virginia Department of Motor Vehicles has nonetheless given him full permission to drive a motor vehicle which has been used to accidentally cause personal injury. The DMV has yet to release an apology for this grievous lapse in judgment by their Ruckersville department. And there's Chris standing next to his car right here. These pictures are taking ages to load. I don't know why. I've got my VPN running, but it shouldn't be that. Name backstory. Since Chris was a huge fan of Transformers, he pretends that his car is a Transformer named Son-Chu, proud Autobot leader of the Quickville, Virginia Autobot squad. He is also my cool sporting escorting car from the Wikipedia. Let me just make sure it's still recording it. Yeah, that's fine. Name backstory. I have already read that. I'm on the blue bit now. This is what Chris says in a post, I'm pretty sure. My car is the quick-footed, well-armoured 94 Escort. His name is Son-Chu, dark blue as vehicle. He holds battery blue/yellow combination colours and strong personality under his hood. He has his plasma piston / Energon sword and roof shield. And when Decepticons attack, he is the first to show up to the party and lead in the Quickville Autobot defense squad. When I am not in the driver's seat, he has to make his way to the fight. He gets my image into the driver's seat for the sake of his disguise. Transformers details. His roof comes off his vehicle mode to make his shield. His hood pops off to transform into his plasma pistol / energon sword. Stay tuned to watch his transformation in a few days. That's more delusion. His reason why the car is named Son-Chu remains unknown. Son-Chu. It could be a reference to Full Tilt or Wipeout, both Transformers with hyper-ented names that turn into cars. Incarnations of Son-Chu. Here we go. Here's the list in all the cars now. Basically, he called all of his cars Son-Chu. Ford Escort, second generation Ford Escort LX, manufactured between 1991 and 1996, was the former car of and a hand-me-down from his mother Barb. Members of the CWCki believed that the fact that Chris drove a Ford Escort may be a universal symbol of a romantic fail. It's true, I never did like Fords, and I always thought you might as well be a degenerate for fucking driving one, even though my sister's got one, but she is going to be upgrading soon because she's got kids. She needs a bigger car. So hopefully she will get out of the habit of driving a shitty Ford. Chris did not save up his tugboat for the vehicle. Did he not? So it's not taxpayers' money for a bit. Deciding that he had more important things to spend his money on, despite the fact that sometimes a nice car can lead to getting inclined to screw. That's the thing, is it's like you can't just spend dull money on fucking, what is it called, taxpayers' money on a car. There's not enough for it. You got to get a job to earn your car. You can't just get it handed to you for free. Unsurprisingly, Chris's mother paid for his gas, because why the fuck not? Possibly the best look we got of Son-Chu's condition was in Days Out videos. Every time the car stopped at a traffic light or parked somewhere, the engine rattles loudly, while a vibration is idle is a known design flaw from that of a Ford Escort. It is very possible that the motor mounts are shot. Another common problem with that year of Escort. That's the thing, is like Ford Escorts from the 90s are pretty fucking shit, to be fair. And since Chris spent his money on junk of replacing his motor, mounts would put him over budget. A Pennzoil sticker on the windshield states that the next recommended oil change was to take place on the 5th of April 2009. Over a year before the video was recorded. We also learn at Virgin Mobile that he has right, let me read it again. We also learn the Virgin Mobile had at least 260,000 miles on it. Cadillac Seville. According to a Facebook status from February 2012, Chris no longer owned, or at least no longer drive, that particular Son-Chu. Why Chris has bought another car and Escort Son-Chu's fate is currently unclear. However, said Facebook status suggests that he may have bought another car to avoid detection by the Gurkoffs. Yeah, that's the way to do it. You get a speeding ticket, you buy another car and scrap the old one. Yeah, pretty fucking over the top. Considering how many miles the Escort had on it and how poorly Chris maintained it, there is a very high likelihood that it was simply no longer functional and needed too much work to be roadworthy again. Chris likely got rid of that Son-Chu sometime before fall of 2011. As according to a leaked email, Chris was driving Barb's Ford Astrostar, I never heard of that one before, during the famous Game Place incident in October last year. The car was photographed by Google Maps in June 2011, at which time it was still owned by Chris, being its last public sighting. In September 2013, it was also discovered that Son-Chu's Son-Chu vanity plates had been transferred to a white 1992-1997 Cadillac Seville, which Chris posted several pictures of himself driving since 2012. At the same time, Son-Chu was not spotted in the yard of 14 Branchland Court, confirming that he was no longer in the Chandler's possession. The rear bumper and the trunk of the Seville had two hastily pasted on stickers. The first being another Christian fish, and the second being a unreadable bumper sticker, partially hidden by the closed trunk door. That's a boot, by the way, not a trunk door. In September 2014, Chris listed the Cadillac Seville on Craigslist, also noting that he and his family invested thousands of dollars in not only a new CD player radio. They did not cost thousands of dollars, and get them for like under $100 if you know where you're looking. But multiple repairs at a Cadillac dealership. But while it did run very well for a long time, a mechanic messed up on repairing, because of course that happened, and now it has a cracked engine block and requires a new battery and fresh gasoline. Cracked engine blocks are actually a fairly common issue with this generation of Cadillacs due to the Northstar V8 engine having several designer flaws, meaning that the damage was most likely not caused by Chandler's neglect, nor the fault of a mechanic, Chris claims. Yep. In other words, the engine clapped out, more or less. The Chandlers did essentially sell the Seville for an unknown amount, to buy another in December 2014. The block damage was repaired and the vehicle was driven for another 2 years and 20,000 miles before being written off in an accident, sustaining significant damage to the right front quarter. After that, it was sent to the auto auction website Copart as pictured, eventually being sold to a scrapper in Richmond for $150. In December of 2016, the vehicle was allegedly still able to move under its own power, although the aftermarket CD player Chris purchased was missing. Yeah, they ripped that out. Ford Focus, and we got a quote. And for those of you who simply must know, the new vehicle idea was my mother's. She wanted a new van originally, but I really like the Focus. Yeah, it's not what your mother wants, it's what you want apparently, and that was by Chris. On the 24th of September 2014, Chris has purchased a used second generation Ford Focus, a 2010 four-door sedan SE, implying that the Cadillac Seville may have been sold. Chris paid $9,000 for the Focus, paying $100 over the month. Okay, yeah, that's expensive. This leads one to wonder how Chris was able to afford to buy any new cars at all, let alone two of them, when he had now subjected to begging for donations and or Legos on Facebook, let alone Barb's dental operation. On the 28th of July, July 2018, Chris recorded, "My car is heating up worse, please buy from my eBay and help." Yeah, this is when his e-begging saga was happening. Although fans gave him enough money to get it repaired, it merely prolonged the inevitable. In November 2018, the captain reported that the car's engine was permanently broken. Again, the engine. Got a quote. The day before Patches died, the engine on the Ford Focus crapped out. Something in the range of $4,000 to fix it, so he's sending it to an auction, hoping his fame will bring out more money than what it's worth. Scrap to pay it off. To pay off the rest of the loan. The car only had 110,000 miles on it. or so, then it was sold off. When you take Chris's history of automobile maintenance into account, in particular his year overdue oil change for his Son-Chu the first, it's most than likely the car's engine was destroyed as a result of simple neglect. Yeah, you gotta keep your car in check. On May 2019, the Ford Focus was purchased by D&D Motors, a used car dealership, where it was eventually sold to someone who would preferably treat it better. Barb's Dodge Caravan. Barb owns a 2002 Dodge Grand Caravan which had the license plate B Western. She has been seen behind the wheel in We Need Money for Our Mortgage Now Please. Chris apparently borrowed the car on occasion, possibly for grocery runs. Chris borrowed the car to drive to BronyCon due to Son-Chu being under repair. While on his way home from the con, held in Baltimore, Maryland, what a fucking shit place to hold a convention, the car broke down at a shittest gas station in Belton, VA, prompting Chris to beg online for donations to cover a tow bill and record waiting for the tow truck. After the death of Chris's Focus in November 2018, the van became the primary vehicle for both Chris and Barb, most likely as a result of both Barb driving less as she enters the gastric age, and Chris opting to spend his cash on more pressing matters, instead of obtaining a newer, more reliable car. Chris replaced the Dodge's B Western plate with a Son-Chu one, commemorating, I can't even say that word. I know what it is, I can't say it properly. It as the fourth iteration of Son-Chu. The car with its new plate is visible in the background of a Pokemon Go photo Chris took in April 2019. In August 2019, the day after Chris's 280-mile trip to BronyCon, the car suffered a mechanical issues, Chris stated, again with the mechanical issues. After starting the van, I rammed in the face with a sulfuric odour. Savannah and I confirmed that there is now something wrong with the air conditioner, so we will have it checked out at our local auto repair soon. A sulfuric odour could indicate a broken catalytic converter or a fuel pressure sensor. It is likely to cost hundreds of dollars to fix/repair and contribute further to the financial crisis. The following month, Barb took the van in for maintenance to turn signal on a turn signal bulb, and was informed that the exhaust and brake system would need to be replaced, costing $1,000. Chris took to Twitter to beg for the money. On the 28th of March 2021, Chris damaged the van, denting its door and smashing its rear windshield, backing up into a big red trailer, and Barb took it to a body shop to have the trunk door replaced. It's even more money to fucking spend, because Chris can't drive for shit apparently. Chris planned to drive the van to attend the 2021 August Everfree Northwest convention in Seattle, WA, which would have been a 41-hour drive. Why can't you take it? Well, to be fair, he was going to take the plane. There was a GoFundMe, but he fucked it up, didn't he? Drive crossing mountainous terrain. However, Null vetoed the plan out of safety concerns and arranged for a flight instead. However, the incest called to completely derail these plans, and the trip was cancelled. But instead, Chris took his car into a hotel in Richmond, where he parked it in a spot where he could wait out a few days before he could return to his home. Chris was arrested on the 1st of August 2021, leaving the car unattended. Sometime between then and the 3rd, a Ford stole the vanity license plates of the vehicle. As of the 29th of August 2021, the van has been confirmed returned to the Chandler household. this time with Barb's plates put back onto it. Okay, so they kept the plates. On the 23rd of November, a few months ago, 2021, Barb, not having her son to drive her anywhere, experienced a traffic accident with a tractor trailer. The van got T-boned on its left side with the airbags not deployed, mainly because they probably don't fucking work, resulting in Barb breaking 2 of her ribs and getting a concussion. Barb was charged with fail to yield right away for the incident and paid a $30 fine and $76 in court costs. I'm not quite sure what the laws are over there about driving and causing accidents, but she got away easy with that one. For a woman with dementia, she was lucky that didn't fucking kill her off. Handicap parking permits. Being a high functioning autistic male, Chris has also been granted with a handicap parking permit, which clearly visible in the photographs of the car. I'm gonna say this, depending on like what version of autism you got, like my version, you don't need a disabled pass. I don't, even though I am disabled, in my mind I don't feel it, but I do have some disabilities. But it really depends like how disabled you are, because they do not give anyone, like they do not give everyone that's disabled a parking permit over here. At least I don't think anyway. You got to have a certain criteria to get a parking permit. Chris should be thanking his lucky stars that he lives in one of only 2 states, the other being New York, in which he can get a disabled permit for being autistic. A quick Google search of the topic reveals that these permits are instead for the benefit of parents of severely autistic children who are at risk, for example bolting into traffic or having public meltdowns in public. In Virginia, a doctor must sign off the application of the original permit but not on the subsequent renewals. Given this, it is likely that Barb applied for it when Chris was a child, and the family has kept a permit so long because of their fat lazy asses can't be bothered to walk more than a few yards. Obviously, every second Chris leaves the Son-Chu parked in the handicap space so that he can loiter inside a business establishment, it is a second someone who actually can't walk more than a few yards that can't park there to actually contact business. Not that Chris notices or cares. The dashboard. In 2017, Chris had a Skylanders avatar of himself mounted to the dashboard. The figure, designed in-game by Chris and meant to resemble his Tom Gale Saga persona. It was 3D printed by the Skylanders company and cost him $50 of your money. The Homer Simpson figure used to reside on Chris's dashboard. Poor Homer, by the way. There also appeared to be a Son-Chu related item, possibly a paper cutout stuck to an air freshener to mask a hobo stank, hanging from his rear view mirror. Interesting to note that Virginia law prohibits the suspension of distracting or view obstructing objects from the rear view mirror of the car. In fact, which most Virginia drivers ed programs make very clear, but with Chris being with Chris's high functioning life, he probably fell asleep during that part of the class. Vanity plate. Quote, I have a few license plates stolen from my car over the years and I had to buy new ones. That was Chris. The plate reads Son-Chu, thus ensuring no backseat puntang for Chris ever. The habit of having a vanity plate stems from family. Bob had a vanity plate reading Unforever, apparently a statement of the support of the United Nations, and I be Mr. C, as in I be Mr. Chandler. Barb has one named B. Reston, as in Barbara Reston. It may be worth noting that Virginia has the highest vanity plates registration of any US state, so Chris's family may simply be following a cultural norm. Chris's plate was fashionably overlaid with a Piedmont VACC frame. The Son-Chu plate was a favourite target for thieves. One such theft occurred to the Dodge Caravan, where after Chris was arrested for incest on the 1st of August 2021, which resulted in the van being unattended at a motel parking lot. Sometime between then and the 3rd of August, a four-clanner stole the vanity license plates of the vehicle. The same night, Airsoft player Chase Lopez left a note saying Airsoft AI was here on the vehicle, inadvertently framing a fellow Airsoft player full of crime. And this is the damage that happened to the car. We'll watch that later, but I don't really have time in a minute because it's taking too long to do this. I didn't realise it was going to be this long. Bumper stickers. The Ford Escort featured a number of ancient and faded bumper stickers. Odds are they were applied when they first received the car. Why the fuck would anyone put stickers all over their car? That's a fucking retarded idea. Don't do it. You're stupid. That's stupid. And it's been rotting on the bumper ever since. The bumper stickers have been long regarded as a means to relay one's ill-informed world views, and promptly displayed meaningly preludes to the public view. Chris's choice in stickers is a prime example of typical bumper sticker fare. From left to right, I'm just going to get a swig of drink for a minute because my throat's starting to hurt because I've been talking. I've been talking for too long. I didn't realise that this video was going to take a long time to do. Son-Chu Windows Static. A nearly invisible transparent overlay on the back window of Chris's car. Most of the text is too faded to decipher, but contains the URL for the old Tripod website, which appears to be a fading drawing of the disembodied heads of both Sonic and Son-Chu, and the very faint rendering of Son-Chu's title text. They seem similar to the ads in the scrapbook, but the logo is on the other side and the IRL is bigger. Piedmont, Virginia Community College, a round sticker that remains of Chris's ill-fated and ultimately useless attendance of the local community college. Plan 9 Music, a bumper sticker for the local record shop where Chris probably buys his Britney Spears CD. American flag, incredibly faded and neglected. Text underneath the flag reads United We Stand, possibly added in 2001 during a frenzy of practicism. Autism, work for a cure. There will never be a cure for autism, just putting it out there. As always, Chris feels the need to advertise his disability to the world. Come play with me. That is fucking creepy. One of the most disturbing things Chris has put in his car is an advertisement for the game place in Comic Sans. We make sure that they appreciate his endorsement. Chris remarks, there are completely faded and torn remnants of a sticker located on the centre of Chris's bumper. It is unknown what resided there. As of the 25th of October 2010, it appeared that Chris has rearranged his bumper sticker collection seen on Days Out. The Plan 9 Music sticker remained in the same place, however the American flag has been removed and replaced with Jesus Fish, a common symbol for identifying oneself as a Christian. Come Play With Me has been replaced with a Save McIntyre Park sticker, likely for obvious reasons. Since this was the first time we'd seen Son-Chu for quite a while, it is impossible to determine when either of these changes were made. In 2016, an accidental field agent took the first known picture of Chris's Focus, showing that it had indeed been fitted with the Son-Chu vanity plates and a new set of bumper stickers. A later image from June 2017, taken in a Walmart parking lot, shows that Chris subsequently added several more stickers, largely centered on assessing his current gender identity. Besides these, the Ford Son-Chu was notably heavy on promotions for business and charities. From left to right, the current set of stickers are Atlas Comics, a bare bones text advertisement for the local comic book store which Chris presumably patronizes. He mentioned the store in the Days Out, but has never talked about it otherwise. Brown, a logo of the Brown Auto Group, where either Chris or Barb bought the car. The sticker was almost certainly applied at the dealership rather than by Chris. Pride flag, an oval-shaped sticker of a transgender pride flag. SPCA. Evidently, Chris has developed is a devoted supporter of the SPCA, as seen by the sticker with the paw marks inside of the blue handprint. This is surprising, as Chris is unable to take care of himself, let alone another living being. Pin-up girl, a red outline of a reclining pin-up girl. State Farm, the logo of the State Farm insurance company, suggesting that the car was at least covered by insurance at one point. Girls Kick Ass, the text Girls Kick Ass with a rainbow stripes above and below. HRC, the logo of a human rights campaign, the LGBT political advocacy group. Advocacy, I can't even say that word either. Advocate, that'll do. WTJU, the logo of a variety music station operated from the University of Virginia, where Bob hosted as a jazz marathon. Oh. Distracted driving. Chris has openly discussed fantasizing about his dimensional beliefs while behind the wheel. While driving to 2019 BronyCon for an hour or two, Chris had felt and caught a vision of Will Something's army trying to invade 14 Backland Court when a fan pointed out that Chris couldn't have visions while driving. Chris replied, "I could not help it. I have no control when it starts up, and if I try to stop or crank it while in progress, I get a major headache." Well, guess what? Get a fucking headache. Concentrate on the fucking road. After BronyCon, according to Chris, Maggie Chan had been there to help him drive through temporary possession. In addition to his fantasies, Chris also plays video games while waiting at stoplights. That'll get you arrested over here, and that'll probably get your license taken away, to be fair. The only one thing that did slightly concern me a bit was that on the ride back from the con centre, was Chris was hatching eggs on Pokemon Go with both phones on the centre console while on stoplights. Yeah, it's fucking dangerous, that is. Very dangerous. Collisions. Chris has wound up in several fender benders, usually of his own fault, on multiple occasions. On an unknown occasion, possibly the 2005 July crash, Chris claimed that in a mumble chat that he had been in an accident. Oh god, it's like 11 o'clock. Chris's mind got accident because his mind got distracted by being its own calculator. Yeah, don't think about things when you're driving. On the 22nd of June 2005, during his encounter with a management of Charlottesville Walmart, Chris nearly backed up onto the store's manager towards the end of their argument. Given the way Chris describes the event, and his general unreliability as a witness, it's hard to say that if the near miss was intentional or accidental. About a month after, on the 25th of July 2005, Chris caused a minor fender bender when he rear-ended a car he was following too closely. Yeah, that's tailgating. They call it over here. He was found to be at fault in the accident and ordered to pay $86 in fines and court costs. During his infamous run-in with Michael Schneider on the 4th of June 2010, Chris attempted to flee the parking lot at the game place in his car, but he wound up being boxed in by Schneider and a couple of nearby police officers. Schneider claimed that Chris had intentionally tried to run him over with his car, an accusation that Chris loudly denied. Also likely that Chris, due to his poor coordination skills and admitted intoxication, he nearly ran over him by accident in a blind panic. During the 28th of October 2011 incident, Chris and Barb attempted to escape the game place parking lot. While doing so, they hit Snyder twice using their car, resulting in unspecific injuries. Both Chris and Barb received a felony. Failure to stop charge as a result. During their sentencing, Chris was ordered to pay Snyder's medical bills from the incident. In September 2013, Chris caused another fender bender. God was giving me the middle finger here again. I backed up and scratched the car in a El Agave lot, and she's a damn smoker. Who the fuck cares what she's doing? Now the damn jerk cop is giving me a hard time because I'm screaming up at the freaking Emmanuel God. I want to just kill me now if he is going to give me the middle finger and a damn difficult life. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't arrest him then. In August 2019, Chris backed up into a truck while he was thinking about his next stop in a set of errands. Then he left the scene and an ambulance police tracked him down to his home for his insurance info. On the 28th of March 2021, Chris backed up into a big red trailer, causing a smashed window and denting his door frame of the vehicle. And on the 23rd of November 2021, Barb failed to yield right away in an accident with a tractor trailer, totaling her Dodge Caravan. You thought with all these collisions they would have their licenses taken away, wouldn't you? But no, that didn't happen. Other cars. Bob's BMW. BMWs are a fucking cancer and no one should drive them. All BMWs should be scrapped. Barb's formerly owned a 1999 BMW Z3 with a 5-speed manual, 1.9 litre Roadster in jet black. She bought the car in 2009 and tried to sell it in 2014, asking for 10 grand. BMWs are not worth shit. I'm just saying it now. They're not worth fuck all. Barb's Astrostar. Prior to the Grand Caravan, Barb drove a teal 1992 Astrostar. It only really notable for being Chris's vehicle of choice. During the game place incident. Other than that, it only appeared in the background of a handful of videos and photos that before being replaced by the Grand Caravan sometime between 2012-2013. The fatal van is currently unknown and is most likely been scrapped. Although this generation of Ford minivans are actually fairly reliable, and it's not out of the question that the van is somewhere on the road somewhere. Limitsu. At some point, one of the challengers, most likely Bob, purchased a silver 1995 Mitsubishi Mirage Coupe. Chris apparently drove it from time to time to avoid detection from the jerk-offs, and he commonly referred to it as Mitsu. Very little is known about the car, and it's unclear what happened to it. Although the Countess has got rid of it sometime after Bob died, apparently didn't like it as much as her van. In the comic, Son-Chu appears as a minor character in the Son-Chu comics as yet another companion for Chris, and another plagiarized element shoved into his fictional universe. He initially appears simply as Chris Mo's of Transport, first appearing at the end of Son-Chu 0, but in Son-Chu 9 transforms into an Autobot and helps fight against the CWCki invasion of Quickville. Then in Son-Chu 10 it appears once more to ludicrously transform into a stage for Chris's band to perform Revive Zordon, the massacre workers of the 4-cent garage building. Aesthetically, Son-Chu appears to resemble two characters from the Transformers canon, Hot Rod and Gaz. Chris read this article on the March 2017 and explained how he had designed Son-Chu. I have read what y'all thought were the inspiration of Autobots behind Son-Chu, Gaz and Hot Rod. That is funny, actually, when originally conceived in my noggin years ago. I was bringing on Transformers animated during the time, and the only Autobot in my mind that inspired the design was T.A. Bumblebee, in reference of how to make the breast part look like the hood, while still having the original car hood in vehicle mode, a bit differing colour. The remainder of the design actually came from two past colour custom Autobot pages I designed and printed before then on Transformers.com. Gaz and Hot Rod were far away from my mind at this time. Toy Son-Chu. Chris created a Son-Chu figure in 2017 March. It appeared in Son-Chu Review, a 48 minutes long video of him playing with toys. Son-Chu's bio reads: the city of Quickville, VA, defended greatly between the teams of Son-Chus and Rose-Chus. The creator, Kristen W. Chandler, and a group of 5 brave Autobots led by Son-Chu, locally known as the Samurai Pizza Bots. Fucking hell, remember that show. Those like the Samurai Pizza Cats, and they, but you just put bots underneath them. As they were working delivering pizzas, and Son-Chu driving Miss Chandler around, while in hiding until needed. Not only the Decepticons, but transforming robots created by the team Count Graduon as well attack the city to try to take it over and break up all the loving relationships worldwide. When the offences were too big for the Son-Chus and Rose-Chus to handle, Son-Chu and his group was there to blast the villains off. It is made from pieces of 3 different Transformers, Breakaway, Sawhack and Hot Rod, and was painted, costing him $40 to produce. He offered to make 2 copies as a raffle to promote his stamp businesses. I've got the pictures right here. Well, first of all, I'm gonna have a little look at this at these pictures if it loads up, because I'm not quite sure it will. No, it won't load up. Can I play this video? Play the video.
Someone stole the license plate. Airsoft was here. What the fuck? Oh, the front one too? I don't know if this was done before. I know this was before.
Yeah, that was done before as well. I wonder what that was. Peeled off. There was a writing on there.
What the hell?
Yeah, there's that. But you know what? 45 minutes. I need to stop this. I need to upload this as soon as I can. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I just realised it's out of frame a little bit, but that's fine. I'll see if I can fix it. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you tomorrow in another one.